Elections in Benin, winners emerged, but some factions held their primaries as well. As the race to the government houses of Edo and Ondo states continue to gather pace, key stakeholders insist on substance over name-dropping and eyebrow-raising consensus arrangements. Also on Political Update today, some political parties already embarking on reconciliation drives to have a better chance at the polls. We have details of these and more on our lineup. I am Fisayo Ogunfuyi. Welcome. The Edo State governorship primaries have produced Mr. Asue Ighodalo as candidate of the People's Democratic Party in the Edo governorship election scheduled for the 22nd of September 2024. He polled 577 votes to defeat other 10 aspirants in the contest, adjudged free and fair.
The process which took place at the Samuel Ogbomodia Stadium was monitored by a 7-man committee approved by PDP National Working Committee, led by Governor of Zamfara State, Dr. Dauda Lawal, officials of INEC, and accredited external observers.
We are going to be fair to everyone, and I believe they understand the rules of engagement.
Governor Paseki, who is optimistic of the exercise, described the event as historic and urged delegates to be peaceful and orderly. Of the 10 aspirants cleared for the exercise, 4 were absent, while Omosede Gbenedio and Omorege Ogbedehama stepped down, leaving the contest for 4 of the aspirants: Asue Ighodalo, Arthur Esene, Anselm Ojezua, and Ambassador Matthew Omoibi. 584 delegates of the 594 exercised their franchise. After the exercise, the ballots were sorted and then counted.
564, 565, 566.
I therefore declared Asorime Ighodalo as the winner of just concluded primaries today with a total vote of 577.
In his post-election speech, the candidate described the victory as an omen of success for the party and the people of Edo.
Promise all the good people of Edo State, in Edo State, in Nigeria, in the diaspora, that I will work tirelessly for our states.
The best among equals has emerged.
This exercise was largely successful.
Went well, and I'm proud.
It's very transparent and open.
Asue Ighodalo is a Nigerian lawyer and a businessman. He is from Okaigben, Ewohimi, Esan Southeast local government area. He is married to Ifeyinwa Ighodalo.
PDP Deputy National Organizing Secretary Pascal Adigwe joins us now from Benin to tell us about the whole process. So we just saw you in that clip, Pascal Adigwe, right there from Benin. Thank you for joining us on Political Update.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It's my pleasure.
All right. Eventually, you were able to get over the line after the complaints from aspirants last week. How were you able to get the contestants back on the same page?
Thank you very much. One thing is very instructive about the behavior of people from this climb. That the old Bendel and of course now Edo, they are very civilized people. And then all of us are one family. We are one people. We carry the same idiosyncrasies. So what A is looking for and B is looking for, there's always a solution point because we are all one people. Everybody will contest, but only one person will win. I believe that as we went down the line in this whole process, that our usual tendency, that thing that we grew up with, being our brother's keepers, being one family, being one people, began to take a greater toll on the aspirants. And that with everything culminating into the primaries, things begin to work together for the good of everybody. And they decided on their own that it was high time we sheathe swords and come together to forge a common cause. And that common cause is for the greater good of the Edo people, and of course, Nigeria. So, towards yesterday, the aspirants were invited to a common venue chosen by them. And then the managers of the process of the primaries also were humble, nice enough, patriotic enough to bring everybody together. So discussions ensued, arguments ensued. People brought up their issues, raised up the arguments, raised up what they wanted, where they felt hot, where they felt shortchanged, if any existed in the past, and all of those were addressed. And then the spirit of oneness, which we all know ourselves for in this climb, took a greater toll on everybody. Both the one that is heading to win and the one that is not heading to win. Everybody came together. And we all moved into the venue of the exercise in one common accord, praying that let one person win. There is just going to be one out of all of us, but all of us will be seen by one. That was what I saw in the air. That's what I read in the body language of everybody. So everything started in peace and ended in peace. That was how it was procured.
Okay, in spite of, let's, look at the whole process. In spite of all this that you've said, even there, were there any dissenting voices at all?
Just like every other contest, there will be minor glitches, minor issues, minor disagreements here and there. But they were not enough for us to say that there was a problem. There was none. Dissenting voices could have been here and there, little here, little there, but in all, the greater interest of the state and the people of the state took a toll on everybody, and everybody cooperated.
Stories in the media space also indicate that there was a parallel Congress from where the current Deputy Governor of the state, Philip Shuaibu, emerged. Are you aware of this, and what are your comments at this time?
Being a numerical analyst, someone who has degrees in mathematics and statistics, I know the meaning of parallel. Parallel means two lines running equal on the same side, never to meet. I do not believe that there was a parallel exercise that happened yesterday. Let me tell you why. Firstly, what are the things, what are the institutions, the structure that is to be placed for a primary to be called one? You have to have the representative of INEC, according to the Electoral Act. You have to have the leadership of the party. You have to have the stakeholders of the party. You have to have the party both at the national, state, and local. Everyone present. You have to have the police. You have to have the DSS. You have to have all the necessary stakeholders that will come together to form a common body, entitled to hold a primaries. All of these were present in one. And if they were present in one, meaning that they cannot be present in another. So we made sure we took a checklist of all these requirements, and the exercise that happened in the stadium met all these requirements. So if there's any other skirmishes, any other activity that happened anywhere, maybe a party or a jumping or a bowling that took a place somewhere else, I have no idea. Neither was I notified, neither was my office notified, neither that the people that conducted this election and the stakeholders notified. We had a wind of little things that happened in town, but a lot of things happened yesterday in Benin. So the only one we know and recognize is the one that happened for PDP. Thank you.
As a national official of the party, are there efforts perhaps at the end to at least address if there are some issues or complaints raised by members of your party in Edo State, as well as the aspirants who have put their hands in the ring, participated or perhaps also shunned the exercise or did what you said you don't recognize, to at least come back to the table, because it is a game of numbers, isn't it?
Structurally speaking, process-wise, organization, and indeed the procedure that the best political party in Africa, the PDP, has always embarked upon is after every exercise, there will be an appeal. Appeal with open hands, ready to receive his children. Come, my son. Come, my daughter. Let us hear you. Do you have any complaint? If there's any complaint, come forward. Indeed, the character of the appeal is usually in favor of the complainant, because we are all one family. Is there any of my child that is crying? The ones that are not crying, hold on. Let me listen to the one that is crying first. That is the nature of a father, and that is the nature of a mother. That's what the appeal panel is doing. As I speak with you, the appeal panel has begun this process to listen to any complaint if there's any. So I believe that should there be any complaint, which I do not think, I do not feel it so far, but if there is appropriate body charged with that responsibility to discharge it. And they are all sitting already, listening to their children. So it is our belief and hope that if there's any complaint, it will be taken to this appropriate body and be dealt with decisively in the interest of everybody.
If you are into a bit of sports, people will call what you have done the qualifiers. The main event is in September later this year. Are you sure you have put your best foot forward for this contest?
Lawyers call it res ipsa lapitum. The fact has spoken for itself. If you see the quality of candidate that we have, that emerged yesterday, you will know that every other candidate from any other source has withered. They all know, even the candidates from other political parties, they know they keep their respect and they love their hearts for our candidate. That's why we are very painstaking in choosing this candidate. The delegates were painstaking in choosing this candidate. It was all encompassing, all embracing. From all the nook and crannies of Edo State, they all emerged and voted for one man. I have been participating in party programs of this nature for over the past 20 years. I have not seen any primary. I have not seen any selection process that was this transparent, that was this detailed, that was this all-encompassing and all-embracing. Everybody came out that they have found a choice. And I believe that this choice is not only the choice of PDP, to be quite honest with you. It is not the choice of PDP alone. It is the choice of the entirety of the Edo people and even beyond. I never knew this candidate so much before, but when I read about him, what I heard about him, the prophecies that we heard about him, the confessions we heard about him, areas that he had touched life, the level of the quality of the candidate that we have.
Yeah, Mr. Pascal Adigwe, I will, let's just allow the people of the state to make this comment later in the year. But I have one more question for you.
PDP has gotten it right, and we are very hopeful and confident that come the election in September, other political parties will come join hand with PDP to deliver this quintessential candidate. To God be the glory.
I'll give you opportunity for one more question, and very shortly, just the neighbors there, Ondo State, will also be going through this exercise because we have two major elections, two governorship elections this year. What are the plans for that one, and are things already in motion? Very quickly.
New PDP that you are seeing, the new spirit of the party has guaranteed us that there is going to be a proper, fair, free, equitable process through which our candidates will imagine going forward. Therefore, I believe that in Ondo will even be better than this. We will go out to look for candidates, not anymore sitting back and allowing candidates, just anybody, to come and fly the flag of the party. No. If it means going out to go search for these candidates, we will go that length to make sure that we have the best foot for going forward. That is the new spirit in PDP, and we are assuring Nigerians that that is what is going to happen going forward. Thank you.
Deputy National Organizing Secretary Pascal Adigwe, who's joined us from Benin. Thank you very much for your time. We hope to speak to you later in the course of all these processes, and perhaps we'll see whether you can meet all this posturing with actuality. All right, that's that. It has been. We'll move on very quickly to our next story. Senator Monday Okpebolo has been declared winner of the All Progressives Congress APC governorship primary in Edo State. The chairman of the election committee, Governor of Cross River State, Basil Tu, announced the final result of the exercise in the capital, Benin, after collating results from 18 local government areas in the state. Senator Okpebolo polled 12,433 votes to defeat 11 other aspirants who contested the primary election. Today's primary election was reorganized after complaints that trailed the primary held last week, which needed the intervention at the highest level of the party to douse tension. After complaints trailed the primary held last week, which needed the intervention of party officials and party stalwarts at the highest level. Let's take a listen to what former governor and Senator Adams Oshomole was saying before the actualities we just spoke about.
I have the authority of the president to clarify this. His name should not be used recklessly by people who are afraid of free and fair election. What I'm committed to is that in a democracy, majority must necessarily have their way. You can't do it otherwise. There's no sentiment about it. Fairness means that the outcome is a reflection of the will of the people. Fairness is not when you allocate. So I will stop here to talk if I didn't have that discussion. I need to have that discussion so that Edo people will feel, Edo APC, at the level of the primaries, we feel free. I am not a product of zoning. I believe Nigeria will do better when he put his best foot forward. But the important thing is that I have the authority of the president, and you can cross-check. I told him, can I announce what I discussed, namely whether or not tomorrow's run-up election is based on zoning? And he said, no zoning. It's merit and fairness.
Now, moving to other matters now, a faction of the new Nigeria People's Party, NNPP, led by Agbo Major, has advised the party's 2023 presidential candidate, Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, and other factional party members to meet with the founder of the party, Boniface Ania Bonham, towards resolving their differences. Secretary of the North Central Zone of the party, Philip Aruna, was speaking at a media briefing in Abuja.
The of NNPP is such an honest man, a perfect gentleman. He deserves all our respect and appreciation because he has a pan-Nigeria agree to give his platform, the NNPP, he registered over 22 years ago to a Northern as a political platform to contest 2023 presidential election without taking a dime. Consequently, I am using this medium to advise Buba Galadima, His Excellency Abba Kabi Yusuf, the governor of Kano State, His Excellency Senator Engineer Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, with the entire defunct NWC, to humbly go to Lagos and meet with the founder to resolve the differences.
That's political update for today, but just a recap of some of the major headlines we had today. The Edo PDP governorship primary produced Aswe Gudalo as candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, in the Edo governorship election scheduled for the 22nd of December 2024. He polled 577 votes to defeat 10 other aspirants in the contest, are judged to be free and fair. I also told you that Senator Monday Okpebolo has been declared winner of the APC governorship primary also in Edo State. This one took place today. And of course, we have about 5 other primaries going on at the moment in Edo State. We will be giving you results of those primary elections. The target is the governorship election in September 2024. We'll also be there with our lenses and the activities of the candidates who have emerged from this process, as well as the ideas they will be sharing with the Edo State people. Soon after, of course, we will be in Edo State for the same process, keeping an eye on all the parties and, of course, the candidates as they emerge from those processes. That has been political update for today on the network service of the Nigerian Television Authority. I will urge you to play your politics for the greater good and keep it locked on the NTA, Africa's finest and largest, for news reviews, previews, and interviews. Bye-bye now.